And it really is easy. Now, in this video tutorial, I'm just going to give you a brief insight into the software, how it works, the features and functions, and the benefits of it, so that when you're doing your free trial, you're going to make the most from it. So once you've downloaded it and activated it, you're going to get this little icon here, full featured version. Always right-click on it, and then once that's gone, just click Run as Administrator, hit Yes, and then let the software load up. Okay, now once the software is actually loaded up, what you're going to see is you're going to see the main interface here. I'm just going to click delete all because I already had some data in here. So once we've hit delete all, okay, so this is how it's going to load up when you first get the software. Now we all know email marketing is a nightmare to try and reach new clients, generally because 80% of our messages go into junk folders. The ones that go into the inbox with big HTML emails and images and click here, just people don't look at them anymore. They don't even want to look at them. It's really hard to actually get your message opened, and that is basically the main battle when sending emails out trying to gain new clients. And that's why people only use email marketing now really for keeping in touch with current customers. We've probably all tried to buy databases and send emails to it to try and get new customers, and even spent thousands of pounds actually with companies trying to make it a success. Very, very difficult indeed. This software completely defeats everything. It basically gets past every problem that we hit with email marketing. And what it does is that's because it delivers your message through the contact forms of people's websites. So you know when you go on a website, you hit the contact button and there's a form to fill out. Now what happens when someone fills out the form on your website? You always open it because 100% of them hit your inbox, because who's going to have their contact form linked with their junk folder? Nobody. Plus you don't know if it's a potential client, a customer. You don't know who it is, and therefore you always open their messages. In fact, your eyes are drawn to them. You almost get excited when you see a message come through your contact form on your website. And therefore, as long as your message is well written, you're guaranteed to get a very, very good response rate. So once you've done this, you just head over to information to submit, and you put all your details in here. So you've got your name, your last name, subject, your phone, your email, your address, and here's where you write your message. Now this message can be as long as you want. You can put links to your website in there. You can basically put as much as you want in there. You can be as long as you want, and you can write exactly whatever you want. Now this is perfect if you're targeting B2B or B2C. It doesn't matter if you're targeting businesses or consumers, because it works for everybody. So once you've done that, hit default values as well, and then fill in all these details as well. And what these are all fields that you will generally find on contact forms. If the fields aren't there, they just won't fill them in, but you need to put as much information as possible in case those fields are required fields on a contact form. So once we've actually done that, you then head over to main database, and what this is, it's got a web search. This is linked up directly with Google. So let's, for example, say I want to target accountants London. Okay, so I then do a search. What that's going to do is it's then going to actually search on Google for accountants in London. So as you can see here, searching websites on page 1, and there you go, these are all accountants in London. It's now going to go page 2, and it's then going to give me some more. Look, London.eu, London College, Reed, Dine Associates, GSMA Accountants.co.uk. As you can see, they're all mostly .co.uk's, .coms, but it's basically searched on Google for accountants in London, and it's going to pull that information off. As you can see here, it's 53 results, and that's just going to keep climbing and climbing. I'm just going to hit stop, just for the purpose of the video, and then I hit upload data. So once that had done all that, and it'll collect a few 500 people to target, and that's good because you never actually have to excuse me, you never have to buy any data for this. It's completely free to use Google. So essentially you can target any business and any person. If you want to target them as B2C, you've got to remember these people that own these companies and that deal with the messages are people. So you can still promote special offers to them in your local area, or new products to them. However, if you're B2B and you're specifically, for instance, in this case, wanting to target accountants in London or just accountants nationwide or specific industries or whatever, you can do anything. So once you've done that, you can then go back up to web search again, and I could then also put in accountants leads and then do a search for accountants leads as well, and actually just add it in. It checks the excluded items to make sure there's no duplicates so that you're not sending to the same website twice. It's then actually going to just do that. There you go, accountant-leads.com, and that will just keep going. Now it will go to page 2, and that will jump up from 10 results to 19 results. Again, I'm going to stop the video just for, stop that just for the purpose of the video. Upload data. We'll see that upload, and there you go, and it just keeps adding to it, and then I could go back and I could actually do that again. Now once I'm ready, so I've put all my information in, I've put my message in, and I want to target accountants in London and Leeds because that's the data I've got, I literally just hit start, and I go from item 1 and I press OK. And what that does, it then moves the websites down here that you're going to target from up here. So I've got 72. That quickly, I've got 72. And then what we do is we literally just wait for that to start. So you give it a couple of minutes, and what will happen is that will start sending your message. So it will go onto them websites, it will locate the contact form on their website if they've got one, and it will then send the message through. Now, as you can see here, it also says deCAPTCHA credits. Now, they're very, very cheap, and you can buy them directly on our website. And the CAPTCHA credit codes basically mean that when you have a human being, by filling in those little annoying codes that we can never work out what they are, well, guess what? This software beats it, and that's why you buy the deCAPTCHA credits. It's actually a service that's run in India, and what they do is they actually have people that actually sit there and break these codes manually for you. So as soon as it hits a CAPTCHA code, it goes off to India, they break the code, and the message gets sent through, and the statistics come back to us extremely quickly. Basically, that's how that works. That's how the deCAPTCHA credits work. And as you can see there, it's now checked one website, and that will just keep going through now. Now, it's going to run a bit slow because I'm recording this as a video, but usually it's a lot quicker, and you'll see that from your free trial. So there you go, checked websites 2, valid websites 3, submission attempts 3, completed submissions 2. And there you go, completed submissions 2, verified 4, failed 2. Now, it might fail because it might not have a website, the link might be broken, and it might fail because there's no contact form. You'll generally find that out of all of what you put in, you're going to reach about 50%. So if you did up 10,000 companies from Google here that you want to target with your message, or 10,000 people, it's going to reach 5,000 of those. But remember, 100% near enough of your messages excuse me, are going to be open and are going to be read. So you're going to reach them with your message. Now, I'm actually going to stop this just because the video, it does take some time, so I'm just going to stop, and I'm going to delete all. What I also wanted to show you is that, as you can see here, it collects the email address. Here, look. So this is Chandler's. We've got Richard at chandlersca.co.uk, inquiries at jeffreyshenry.com, quality at glazers.co.uk, stuart.okin. It collects the email addresses from these websites as well, and then tells you whether that message was verified and submitted. So you will actually then export the data that you've just got from Google. Not only will you have their web address, not only will you have their email address, because the software is going to take the email address that the contact form is linked to, it'll also tell you whether that message was delivered or not. If the message is delivered, you can pretty much guarantee it's going to be opened, and therefore you can follow it up with a phone call by clicking through to their website and phoning them up and saying, did you get my message? I know that you're interested. Or you can also send them a follow-up email as well. So it really is a fantastic piece of kit. You're going to develop your own database as well. Now, speaking about data, let's delete all of that. And then let's go here where it says upload data, because this is where the software then takes it to a whole new level. When you buy the software or rent the software from us for 3 months for $5.95, what we're going to do is we're actually going to give you a database of 1 million businesses. Now, I'll just show you quickly what that database will like with a sample that I've collected of 1,000 records. So if I quickly go here to demo video data, you'll actually see it's got these the business categories, so abattoirs, and then we're going to go down here. This is only the top, so accident companies, accountants. It's just basically the top 1,000 records, 2,000 records or so. You've also got their business name, their street address, the suburb, the state, which is the county, so West Midlands, Dorset, Cornwall, Greater London. You've got the postcode, you've got the phone number, fax number, web address, and we've actually even already got a lot of the emails for you here. So you've already got their email addresses. So what we're going to do is we're going to upload this data to the software to send to. The great thing of sending to data is that obviously when you do a search on Google, we all know that sometimes you get a bit of a rubbish bag. You know, you might get Yale.com directories. And obviously they're not the people we want to reach. The Google search is still fantastic. You are going to reach a lot of businesses, and of course you don't have to worry about collecting data. But when we give you the software, you're going to get 1 million data records of UK businesses all over the country, many, many, many different industry sectors. So what we can do is then go to upload data, and you could upload all 1 million if you wanted, and actually leave this running for a couple of days and get your message to 1 million companies. If it completes the submission to half of them, that's 500,000 businesses that are going to hear about your company. I wouldn't advise you do that because I don't think you'll cope with the inquiries, but there you go. So what we can do is then specify as well what columns the company name is, what column the web address is on, and we just press browse, and then we locate the data file. Remember, you could segregate the data, so just select certain industries from the data and stuff like that, and harvest that, and then put it into here. So demo video data, and hit OK. And then what that does is it's just loaded my data on here. As you can see, I've got just over 2,200 web addresses to now send to. So then what I do is I actually come up to here, and I want to press Start again. We'll just go for 150, and then if I press OK, again, that's now, I can just leave that running. Look how quick I've just set that up. So I'm now going to target over 2,000 accountants, okay, with my message that I wrote. Maybe I sell a bit of accountancy software, for example, and I can target that now, leave that running. I can actually just come up here and I can minimize them. I can carry on with my other work, and I'm literally getting a message sent and opened and read all throughout the day, all throughout the night. You could reach literally 50,000 businesses in the UK or worldwide, because this also targets anywhere. If you put on the Google search or upload your own data, exactly where you want to reach, what country, what industry, you know, you can find them. And it really is that easy. And then literally you just leave that to run, you know, and it will give you the results at the bottom. And as I say, it will also collect the email addresses for you. So there you go, check websites 1, valid websites 1, and completed submissions 1. Check websites 2, valid websites 2. And then this will change in a second. And you just leave that to run. The great thing is there's no worry about your IP address getting blocked like you have with emails, because this doesn't run like that. For more technical information, obviously contact us by telephone. But what I would say is download your free trial. However, remember, you're only going to get it for 24 hours. You're not going to get your capture credits, which means it's not going to break them capture codes, which is very important because a lot of contact forms have them. So if you have these capture credits, which are extremely affordable, again, more information can be found on that by contacting us. You know, you're going to beat all the capture codes as well, because you've got a team for you in India breaking them capture codes. It's absolutely brilliant. I recommend you download the trial. Remember, when you buy the software, you're going to get a million database as well, and you're going to get the capture codes as well. So it's an absolutely fantastic piece of software that's got a patent pending. As you can see, completed submissions 3 there. I've been talking to you since that started for about a minute, and we've already reached a few people. And that will just run all day, all night. You can leave it running 24 hours. But thank you very much for watching. Please do get in touch if you've got any questions. Get your trial downloaded and get and buy this software, because at $5.95 for 3 months to reach unlimited people or businesses, you cannot go wrong. Thanks very much. Goodbye.